All right, so let's get this last problem going here. We got this. We have got this. So here we are. We see that, we're looking at this problem. If we read the question first, it says, if there are 70 total students, what is the number of participating science students? Let's be very careful about how we read this. My party people, let's be very careful. Help me out, everybody. Help me out. We see that it says 70 total students compared with the number of participating science students. Now, very, very carefully, can anybody tell me what we are looking for in this particular problem? Give me one word, 2 words. What is it that we are looking for? Marevnia, thank you. Appreciate it. First one there. Yeah, we're looking for science students. Let's write down the information exactly as we see it from the question sentence. We see 70 total students compared with blank science students. Notice that it's not like we were given science and we're trying to find total. No, it's the exact opposite. We're given the total and we want to find the number of science students. You got to be very careful about how you read that, right? Very careful. So, with that said, my party people, let's go ahead and understand how we are supposed to set up the proportion. Everybody, isn't it true that if we are comparing the total to science, that we should also make sure we compare total to science on the other side? Isn't that true? Yeah, absolutely. Remember, it's the main idea. I don't care if we're doing part to total, triple ratio, quadruple ratio. I don't really care. It's the same main idea. So let's take a look at the given information here and let's make some light work out of this. In a school competition, we have the ratio of math to science to literature students is 3 to 2 to 5. So with that, let's write out that ratio. We have math to science to literature. I'm just going to say lit. And that's going to be in the same order that it's written, 3 to 2 to 5. So with that said, everybody, which of these can we automatically use and where? Which of these can we automatically use and where? Yeah, we can automatically use science. Notice, we need to compare science. So I'm going to automatically take that right away. Boom, I've got science 2 right there. Now, what's the other one we need, everybody? I know we can see it, but I want you to write it. What's the other? Yeah, we need total, exactly. We are going to need the total. We don't have that quite yet. And as we know, though, to get the total, all we have to do is just add things up. Let's write total. Everybody, what's 3 plus 2 plus 5, just like in the previous question? Yeah, that's 10. But what's not like the previous question is how the things in the information are arranged. We have 10 right there. Everybody, with that said, are we good to go? We have found the parts for the total and the part for science. Are we now good to go? Oh yeah, we are. Absolutely. So let's set this up, finish things up, and let's feel good about this. So total to science. Let's write out that proportion. Let's put the x right there. 70 over x equals 10. That looks like a 7. 10 over 2. Okay. So now that we're here, everybody, we can do, again, whatever way we want. Cross, multiply, and divide. Simplify first. Or we can try to find a convenient comparison. The convenient comparison is, hey, we can go ahead and say that if we want to go from 2 to x, we can go from 10 to 70. Everybody, how do we go from 10 to 70? Yeah, we can multiply by what value? Yeah, we can multiply by 7. And 2 times 7, everybody, is what? 14. Done. Boom. x equals 14, and we can be done right away. Another way that we can do this is we can compare 10 to 2. 10 to 2, that comparison is divide by 5. If we divide 70 by 5, we still end up getting 14. We can cross multiply and divide. That would give us x times 10, 10x. 7 times 2, 140. Divide both sides by 10, and we still get x equals 14. Do I have to go any further to continue proving the calculation, my party people? Nah, we don't. But there we go. What's the bigger point that I'm trying to prove, though? Your setup is everything. That's really it, everybody. Your setup is everything. So, my party people, thank you so much for showing up and showing out tonight, man. You know, this was honestly one of the better classes on ratios and proportions. This is one of the best follow-ups I've had. So thank you guys for always putting your best foot forward and trusting me to be your coach. You know, it's an honor to be your teacher. Always appreciate you guys. So with that said, remember, let's keep pushing forward and using the resources in the program to continue raising that score. In this next problem, what we'll do first, as always, we'll read that question sentence, but let's really pick apart what we are given. If there are 16 managers, how many workers are there in total? Okay, sounds good. So I'm going to read that again, and it says 16 managers. I'm not really hung up on the 16. I really care about the managers part. So let's write that down. And then up next, I noticed that we are looking for how many workers. So right there, I am looking for workers in total. Again, keyword right there. I'll just say 16 managers to blank total workers. So what I'll do next is I will look at the first sentence and see, do I have that same comparison? Do I have the comparison of managers to total? And if not, what do I need to do to get that comparison? Luckily, when we take a look at the first sentence, we're given in a workplace, the ratio of managers to total is 4 to 19. Again, one more time. Look at the coincidence. Managers to total, managers total. My party people, quick question. Do we have to do any more work to figure out anything that's needed before we calculate? Do we need to do any other work? No, we don't. We're good. We're actually very good because managers is 4. And then total is 19, the second value listed. We have everything we need. We're good. We're comparing the same things in the same way. So what we can do is simply solve. We'll have T for total. So we'll plug 16 over T, managers over total, equals 4 over 19, managers over total. Booyah, we're good. So from here, we can cross multiply and divide, but I would really seriously advise against that because when you take a look, 4 times T, yeah, that's 4T, that's good and all. But does anybody here really want to do 16 times 19 by hand? Anybody? Any votes? Any volunteers? Nah, I don't like to do that. Not me. Nope, not today. So in lieu of not wanting to do that long arithmetic, we'll notice that, hey, if I'm trying to get to T, I can try to go from top to bottom, which 4 doesn't really go into 19 cleanly. But I could try right to left. Guess what? 4 to 16, that's times 4. So 19 times 4, let's see what that is. And we're done. 9 times 4 is 36, carry the 3. 1 times 4 is 4, carry the 3 is 7. And that is 76. That is 76 total employees or workers. And that is answer choice C. Booyah. There we go.